ahead and unmute. Thank you for waiting so patiently. I hope you're having a great day. Miss Shalay, the
I
floor is yours.
am. I
Speak,
am. Hi,
Miss Shalay, the
dear.
floor is yours. Speak on whatever you want to speak on.
Hello, Black Jesus Noble. A pleasure, guys. Um, I was listening patiently, and I agree and I disagree. There's some things definitely that I agree with that you said. I definitely agree that it is important to work on yourself, and that's the biggest thing. And that's for men and women. That I call it the airplane rule. You know, in case of an emergency, a mask is going to drop down, and you have a responsibility to put it over your own face first, because if you don't, you won't be able to help anybody else. Um, so I do agree with that part. I was thinking about the body count part, and I guess because I see the world as much bigger, I don't agree with that part, because in order for you to know what a person's body count is, you actually they have to tell you. And as a 48-year-old woman with 20-something-year-old daughters, I know the evolution of a person from their teenage years through their 20s and 30s and 40s. And I do know for men and women, it is possible to mature out of childish, petty, silly antics and behavior and thought processes that were programmed in by a capitalistic system that really only cares to use people for money, um, and benefit, and find out how we can step on each other to benefit. So we've all kind of been programmed into that. So everybody kind of has that mindset about them, and so it's really hard not to have that mindset. It's hard not to be looking to gain something from somebody, whether you're a man or a woman or whatever. But I think that, you would never know. There's no way to know a man's body count unless he tells you. There's no way to know a woman's body count unless she tells you. Now, if she leaves a paper trail, that may be possible if you were to look back, but there's no way to know that. You can see if she killed somebody, you can see if she has an arrest record, but you really can't know her body count. So that body count thing becomes a game that people play to pretend like I'm able to make a judgment on you based on what you do, when I really do not know your body count. In fact, I would even go on to say that most people don't even know their own body counts to tell you what their body count is. So it's very, very difficult to say that about a person. And I think that it's very detrimental not to take into consideration that people do evolve, and that we are here on this planet to evolve and to learn and to grow. So if I don't allow you the opportunity to be in the space that you are in, to evolve to something else, if I have a judgment of you being in that space, when I've been in my foolish space, and I think everybody has been in their foolish space before, and that's the space that we were given so that we can grow into something else. If I don't allow you that opportunity to be there while teaching you and educating you of something that I know differently, only because I have already experienced that and been through that world, that's why I'm teaching you. I don't teach you because I have a judgment of men or women. I think women ain't crap or men ain't crap. I have already been there. So I have a son. There's a lot that I can teach my son. I disagree. There's a lot that a woman can teach a man. Now, I agree that there are very few connected people on the planet, men and women. There's very little information that most men on the planet have to share with people, and there's very few information that women have to share on the planet, because we are slaves to a capitalistic system that all we do is work. We are not taught to use our brains. Even if you go and study everybody that you study, that is still you studying somebody else's stuff. We are not creators. We are not producers. We don't do that. So there's not very much that you can teach your child other than the small place that you've been, which is maybe at best a degree, maybe at best a house, a car, some traveling. That's about as much a business. That's about as much as you can give a child. I don't care if you're a man and a woman. That's about as far as most people. I am married. That's about as far as most people can go. So to act like there are men on the planet who are advanced and above average and the women are just down there, this is crazy. This is ludicrous. This is absolutely ludicrous. You are talking to a bunch of degenerates about a bunch of degenerates because that's the situation that we've been put in. All of us. All of us. We have all been put in a situation where we are not who we are supposed to be and the energy that we're supposed to be in. We are we are working for white people, for them to be the best that they can be. That's all of us. So I have nothing to say about you that I don't have to say about me. I cannot sit up here and talk about black men or this and that. I can drive through the ghetto every day and my heart hurts because of the corners are filled with my brothers. My brothers. They're filled with black men. They're not white. They're not Asian. They're not black women. There are black men on every corner in every major city. In every single one. But I don't go around saying, oh, all black men will never know, because I know that each individual has their own experience. Each individual has something that they have been through, that they have grown through, that they can teach something. The commercial used to come on. You can learn a lot from a dummy. I know you remember Black Jesus because we were on the same age group. The crash dummy going into the wall, and it said you can learn a lot.
Yeah, I remember him. I
Yeah,
remember him getting jacked up.
yeah, you can learn a lot from a dummy. So the point is not that some people are up here and some people are down there. No, we have a problem. As people, we have a problem. We need to deal with that problem. Yes, and you are not going to figure it out by going to get money and buying red bottoms and Gucci this, or going to get your crypto and this and that. We have a spiritual problem. We are disconnected from source because we are believing in a white man and what he is bringing, telling us what we should be doing, which is collecting money. So all of us tend to prostitute ourselves a little bit for the money, whether it's a job we don't like, whether it's a marriage we don't like, whether we accept our husband's cheating and instead of holding him to the fire and holding him accountable because the house is paid for and because I'm stable, all that is prostituting your soul for money. And I don't care if you have a marriage certificate or not. That is prostituting yours. And very few people, you said it, Black Jesus, very few people, I will change it just a little bit. Very few people don't have a price tag. Very few people.
This woman is, oh my God.
So what I'm saying is, what we have to do is stop bashing each other. If you have information to give the young brothers, give them to the young brothers, but we don't need to be bashing the young sisters to give the information to the young brothers. I don't have a need to bash my young brothers to talk to the young sisters about how we need to hold ourselves to a standard, how we need to respect our bodies. Stop letting men ejaculate in us. I don't need to down you to do that. You know?
Ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am?